This is F. Allen,
And this is Carter Hill coming to you live from Detroit.
where we give a new meaning to the term Kibbles and Bits.
So, Tuesday was Election Day here in Detroit. And for those of you who did not know, Mike Duggan came out on top in the mayoral candidacy. Keep in mind, this is just a primary, so he gets to go head-to-head with, what's the guy's name?
You know, he had 20% less of the vote. Benny Napoleon.
Benny Napoleon. Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, somebody told me there is no such thing as second place. He won actually 49% of the vote.
Who was he?
Mike Duggan. Mike Duggan won 49% of the vote. The other guy, the spoiler that they put in, Mike Duggan, the barber, got 17 votes.
Right, and I'm sure everybody's heard about that by now. But that was the primary. What do you think is going to be different for the second half, for the general election?
What I think is probably going to happen is that Mike Duggan is going to get an even larger percentage of the vote.
Really? So you think not only will he win, but he's going to take more than 50%?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And the reason is, one, he'll be on the ballot. So it'll be a lot easier for people to vote for him.
Yeah, he'll pick up that other 3%.
He'll pick up the other 3%. There won't be that whole issue with them writing various variations of Mike Duggan in the wrong place on the ballot or woefully misspelling, you know, what was it? Mick Duggan was one of them.
Mike D, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Right.
they named all kind of things to put into the right-in slot. So with him actually being on the ballot in the fall, that should help.
Okay, well. So typically, when you feed a dog, you generally hand something to his mouth, right? And typically when you feed a dog, whatever you put into his mouth, he takes it, he bites it, chews it, swallows it, stuff like that, right?
True.
Okay. Well, the Pontiac man, if you guys haven't caught up with it, learned the hard way that if you stick your tongue into a dog's mouth, he just might eat it.
He stuck his tongue in the dog's mouth.
So stuck his tongue in the dog's mouth, and the dog bit off his tongue and didn't just bite it, but took off 40% of his tongue. He bled out like 2 pints, and you know, it was just all messed up. But when you think about it, your tongue is a piece of meat, right?
Yeah.
You hand a dog a steak, that dog's going to eat it. Stop licking these dogs, especially when you don't know it.
That could go so many different ways. This is
Yeah.
like a real Howard Stern moment where you talk about licking a dog.
Hey, well, let this be a cautionary tale.
As many times as you've seen a dog lick himself.
He doesn't bite himself.
No, he doesn't bite himself.
Yeah, even dogs don't like dog meat.
Apparently they like people tongue.
All right. That's like kind of soul. It's like soul food, isn't it?
Soul food. No, soul food would be people feet.
No, he's a black guy, right? I think.
Is he?
I don't know. I assume. I guess we can't call him and ask him, could we?
No, you don't.
This is not funny.
Yes, it is.
A man lost his tongue.
He lost his tongue for being stupid.
What's the matter? Dog got your tongue?
Wrong. Now you want to say that's not funny. Right.
Well, this is the part of the show that just came kind of instantaneously because we received a phone call during it, so we decided to go live with the phone call. On the line, we have Kristina the Glamour Tech. Kristina, you can go ahead and say hello to everybody.
Hello.
And
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for being on the show that we've yet to name, but we're coming up with some pretty good ideas.
Kristina, what do you think the show should be called?
Studio conversations.
Studio conversations doesn't sound bad. That's if we're actually going to have some conversations. Okay.
Well, it certainly beats F. Allen's No Name show.
Yeah, the show.
No
that,
name show.
the show that never ends. Okay, so Kristina, let me ask you this: you called and you had a specific request, right?
I did.
Okay, and your specific request was what?
I have a logo that I snatched off one of my friend's Instagram, and I'm trying to secretly get that logo put on a T-shirt for my friend, and it's not good quality. So I was wondering if my very special, very talented friend could up the quality of it.
Well, I'm looking
for
at
me at the last minute.
I'm looking at it right now, and the logo that you did still off the Instagram is small, but I'm going to try to do something with it live on the air. And while I'm doing that, Carter's going to go ahead and keep you busy with some conversation before I send it right back to you.
Carter's going to keep you busy with some conversation. So
Let's go, Carter.
So do you have your big bottle of Moscato there handy?
Yeah, you're going to need it, though, because for this particular segment that that you are the surprise guest for, we have a question for you regarding robots, and I'm going to leave it to Carter at that point.
You have a what robot?
Yeah, so the Smithsonian Institution posted a recent study on their website, Smithsonian.com, and they asked a whole bunch of people a question about robots, and apparently 9% of those people that they asked said that they would have sex with a robot.
97% of people said
No.
that.
9% said that they would have sex with a robot.
Oh, 9%.
Yeah, and 42% of them said that having sex with a robot would be cheating. So the question is having sex with a robot cheating?
It could be.
Why? I mean, how is having sex with a robot any different than, what generally happens when you pull your friend out the drawer next to the bed?
Anything that takes your attention and time away from me would be cheating, whether it be another person.
So that means that
a
masturbation
robot.
would be cheating, according to that answer.
Yeah, it could be.
So once you're in
excessive masturbation is cheating.
what constitutes excessive masturbation?
Well, to some women, just doing it, period.
Right.
Hey, you think that old women?
Well,
do you think that old women have more of a vibratory skin because their fingertips are wrinkled? Thus, the older you get is the reason why they might do it a little bit more.
What do you think, Kristina? You have some older clientele.
You probably have to ask the older woman.
Yeah, let's ask the Silver Surfer.
So you're saying anything that you might have at home in your bedroom next to your bed that requires a D-cell battery would be cheating?
She said excessive. Does that mean the more power you need would be more excessive?
So if it was plugged directly into the wall, that would be cheating. But as long as it's just a battery.
No.
I'm
saying if it gets to the point where the attention and time that I need is compromised, then it's cheating.
But what if you're at work?
Right. You're at work. You work a lot, especially on Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Then it's not cheating if I'm,
So
as long as it does not interrupt.
So using
when would it ever interrupt? I'm gonna have to stop doing that for a second. When will it actually interrupt? So you guys in the middle of getting busy, and then he says, "Hold tight for a second. I need to roll over and cheat on you for a minute," and you wait. All right, y'all can continue. I was just thinking.
He could. He could.
So, well, you might. I don't.
Well, I mean, if he stops right in the middle because he's got to go stroke it a little bit on his own.
In the middle,
yeah, you might need to get offended.
He might be satisfied or something.
He might be satisfied.
Okay, but what did the actual study say?
The study said that 9% of people say sex with a robot would be okay. Would you have? I mean, just think of it as a very sophisticated vibrator.
Okay.
So is sex with a robot okay?
Not for me.
Okay, well, that's Kristina the Glamour Tech's opinion. You can leave your opinion at the comment on this video below. Forget trying to send emails and messages and stuff like that. I just realized this is YouTube. You can just leave a comment right here. Hey, we are now at the Bina. Cut. No, you can't bite it. No biting. All right. Test.
Shit!
All right. It's the Bina Now Show, everybody. All right, that's going to do it for us today. I'd like to thank you for checking us out. And do me a favor, we're on YouTube, so I want you to hit the like button, and I want you to subscribe. That's really going to help us out a lot.
Couldn't hurt if you shared it too. If you get a laugh every now and then, or like what you hear, want to hear some more, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you have a social media connection. Put us up and let other people enjoy it too.
Right, and just for a laugh, I want you guys to share the video where I tried to do a show with my lovely daughter Bina, which a lot of you already know, and she bit the hell out of me. Check out that video. I think it's pretty funny, and we're still all good after that. Good night.
Night.
Cue the music.